Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Your faith protected you from anything that could go wrong. It all ended good for you. All worries can be set aside. The difference between you and them is that you have faith. That faith is going to protect you when you think things aren't going to work out. That faith is going to protect you when it doesn't seem like things are going to go your way. Your faith is what's going to get you through to the other side of the end of the tunnel, to where the light is at. A lot of people say they can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, but they don't have the faith to be able to get there in the first place. Your faith will carry you where your hard work can't. Your faith will carry you where skill can't. Your faith will carry you where most things can't. Your faith in yourself and your faith in God are the two most important things that you can have. Faith in God to be able to do things to help you out, so that way you don't have to worry. And a lot of us who worry, we need to replace that worry. We need to replace that worry with faith. When you have a mind that worries, it's because you're too focused on what may happen. That's why worry and fear go hand in hand. If you have a worry, it's usually because you're afraid that something's going to happen. If you have a worry, it's based off of a fear. You may fear something may not turn out right. You may fear something may not happen that you would like to happen. You may fear something might go wrong. But if you have faith, that will take care of all of that. If you can replace the worry with faith, then you're going to be at peace and you're not going to be stressing yourself out. A lot of times we stress ourselves out over things that we have no control over, and you need to be done stressing yourself out over things you have no control over. Faith will protect you. All right. Faith will keep you out of bad circumstances. You think something's going to happen? Replace that thinking something's going to happen with the faith that everything is going to be all right. That's all you have to do. You have to have faith that everything is going to be all right. If you were to sit down and talk to people who have ever been through anything, and if you were to ask them how they got through it, one of the main things they'll say is they have faith. They knew that everything was going to be all right and things were going to turn out right. Things were going to turn out good. Things were going to go the way that they wanted them to. And what you will find out is that most of the time, your expectations are exceeded, because God is generous and God is abundant and he wants you to have the best. So have faith that you don't have to worry about a thing. Have faith that all your worries, God sees them. God knows what you need. But and that's why this is the matrix. We get caught up in what this world tells us. We get caught up in what other people tells us. And I'm not saying that those things aren't real. I'm not asking you to live in a fantasy magic land. What I'm asking you is to accept reality for what it is. We go through things, and we have a God that loves us, that wants us to come out on top. And if you have the faith that you will come out on top and things will work out for you, that will carry you to the end of the tunnel, where the light is at, where success is at, where everything good is at. That's how people get through excruciating pain. That's how people get through tough times. That's how people get through whatever it is they're going through. They have a faith that things will turn out the best way they possibly can. You have to have faith that things will turn out the best way they possibly can, instead of jumping to a conclusion. Jumping to a conclusion isn't going to work out for you. It's not going to be positive for you if the conclusion you're jumping to isn't positive. You have to want to jump to a positive conclusion. You have to expect the best. Your faith, your faith will help you expect the best. Your faith will put you in places to where you'll realize that God is really working for you. That's what faith does. Faith will teach you that God is really working for you. But when you believe, what do you expect? You don't have to be any super religious person to believe in God and to know that things are going to work out for you. Everything is going to work out in your favor if you say that it will. Why? Because you have faith. People think that you're excluding God when you say that things are going to work out for me and I'm going to be okay and I have free will. People say if it's in God's will, it's if it's in your will. If someone is telling me that we're going to do something and they say it's in God's will, I may not do it with that person because God gave us free will. If it is in God's will, we still have to do it for it to even work. And that's what I understand people are saying. But a lot of people use it's in God's will as an excuse. They use it's in God's hand as an excuse. Some people even use faith as an excuse. But don't use faith as an excuse. Use faith to protect you, all right, from anything that could go wrong. Instead of thinking what could go wrong, think what could go right. It's just a shift in your idea. It's just a shift in your thought process. Having faith that things are going to work out instead of thinking that things aren't going to work out. That's all it is. That's all you're doing. Changing your mind to change your circumstances. Changing your mind to have a better turnout in life. If you want a better turnout in life, you're going to have better thoughts and have faith in those thoughts. And not only are you going to have faith in those thoughts, you're going to have faith in yourself. Faith is a positive idea about you. Faith is seeing yourself as strong and courageous. Faith is seeing yourself as the one that can get what they want. That's faith. Faith is knowing that things are going to work out. Faith is being able to have an assurance in something that you can't see. Faith is trusting those things and calling those things forth into existence as though they were. That's faith. You want to be able to call forth things. And that's why your word plays a huge part in your faith. According to your belief, so be it unto you. But what I like to say is according to what you speak, so be it unto you. Because you're only going to speak what you believe. If you take the time to listen to what someone has to say, you'll get a good idea of how this person believes in themselves and in what they view as possible for themselves. And if you want to have endless possibilities that you see as possible for yourself, then you're going to have faith. Faith that no matter what, things will work out for you. Faith that no matter what, things are going to turn out in a positive way for you. Faith that no matter what, you're going to be protected. They may tell you that you're going to die if you go here. They may tell you that they'll kill you if you go over there. But God is with you. They may tell you the worst things could ever happen to you will happen to you. But you have faith. You believe that you're going to be protected. You believe in a God that's living, in a God that's alive, in a God that's real. And you don't fear and you don't worry. And you have faith. You know that things will work out for you. That's what you truly, honestly feel. You know that things are going to work out for you. That's why you take risks. That's why you take chances. And that's why you live life the way you do. Because you know without a doubt that if you keep doing your best and if you keep taking the time and the effort to make things happen, that God will do the rest. You have to, it is God's will, but at the same time, we have to exercise our own. Someone tells you, oh, it's God's will, they might not even go. They have to want to go. God's will is not going to make you want to get up and do something. It's your will that's going to make you get up and do something. You have to have the will to do something. If you have the will to do something, it's more likely to get done than you say, God willing. People who say God willing, a lot of times you'll find them going back on what it is they said they were going to do. Let your faith protect you from people's opinions. Let your faith protect you from naysayers. Let your faith protect you from slander. Let your faith protect you from those who told you you can't do it. It can't be done. No one's going to believe that. No one's going to like that. No one's going to buy that. No one's going to want that. Have faith. They're going to tell you that things you're interested in aren't going to work out. Have faith. Have faith. Some people may not think that things are going to work out. Some people may not think that things are going to happen. What you believe is going to be multiplied back to you. What you believe is going to be given back to you as a reality for you to live in. You believe that things are going to work out for you, things will work out for you. When your thoughts control the universe. The thoughts you use to empower yourself control the universe. You're sending power out to the universe to send power back to you. You don't have to worry about anything. You can cast all your worries to the side. And that's really how powerful God is. If you believe in him, you should be able to cast all your worries to the side. If you're worrying about something, that means you're not believing in something. That means your faith isn't faithing. That means your faith is in the wrong direction. You're focused on the wrong things. When you have faith, you're focused on things that empower that faith. You're focused on things that encourage you to have faith. All it takes is for you to know that things are going to work out and believe in that. It takes a strong mind to be able to know that things are going to work out regardless of what it's going through, what it sees. Some people will just give up based off what they see and allow themselves to be taken down by what's happening right now, presently. Some people will go through something and whatever is happening right now, that's it. It can't get any better. That's it for them. They're never going to come out on top. They're never going to make it out of this. But you can, and you will. All you have to do is have the faith. And a lot of people overly use this word. A lot of people will use this word to say it just to say it, but you can actually do something with it. All right. People will say, keep the faith and have faith and faith, 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 faith. They'll say all these things, but it's fake, 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 fake. All right. Don't have fake faith. Don't have faith just to say you have it. Have faith to do something with it. Faith is action. Faith is an action word. Having it, it's an action. It's something you have to have it. To me, it's an action word. I allow faith to be something that I do, not just to be something that I say or something that I think. I believe in my ability. I have faith in my ability, and I act out with those abilities. I take action with those abilities. Let your faith protect you from fear. Let your faith protect you from the part of you, the version of you that doesn't see itself becoming much. Let faith protect you from the version of you that doesn't think that it can happen. Let faith protect you from the part of you that doesn't think it's going to work out. Anything can work out that you make work out. You just have to have the will to do it. You have to have the willpower to make it happen. You have to want it bad enough. If you can will things into existence. If you think that something's going to go wrong, that's a valid thought. But you could change your mind and you could make things go right with a different mindset, with a different attitude. You can make things better for yourself and you can make things actually work out. Even in the midst of hell, call heaven down. you just got some bad news. Are you going to allow that bad news to turn you to bad news? Are you going to allow that? Are you going to turn that bad news into a better feeling for yourself? Some people will hear something bad and then that's the end of it. I'm not saying that this is not for the weak. This is for people who choose to exercise their mind. This is for people who are not going to be immature with themselves, their lives, or their mind. This is for the tough-minded people. This is for people who want to push themselves to the limit. This is for people who want to go above and beyond what the average person does with their mind. This is for the person that realizes that this is the Matrix, even though that was a movie, even though nobody's walking through walls or whatever. This is the Matrix. You have the power to create what you want with your mind as long as you believe in it and have faith. People are just throwing that word around like it's something to play with. It's not. You can actually make real things happen with your faith by believing in yourself. Big things. And that's what you were put here to do. You were put here to have big faith, to do big things, because you believe in a big God and not a big God in the sky. You believe in the big God in you. You don't believe in no person in the sky. You believe in you. You believe in the God in you. It feels good to say that. You believe in you. There's God in you. The you that you believe in is God. There's no separation between the two. When the separation comes, that's when depression comes. That's when lack of faith comes. That's when non-belief comes. That's when the trouble comes. When you separate yourself from God. When you have faith, you and God are like this. You're so close to God at that point because you could feel him and you could feel the power and the presence of God. Your faith is the power and the presence of him. That faith that you believe in, that's his power and his presence in you. And you have to do something with that. Take a chance, take a risk, and know that everything is going to work out. Know that everything is going to turn out for the best for you. All right? Your faith will protect you from anything that could go wrong. They told you bad things were going to happen. You believed in a higher power. They told you you weren't going to make it. You believed in a higher power. They told you you were going to get hurt, die, or everything that they could possibly say to scare you. You believed in a higher power. That faith is something, man. Like people will set out to do things and not think they can do it, and their faith will pull them through it. If you don't think you can do it, let your faith pull you through it. People do amazing things each and every day because they believe that they can do it. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Some people who do great things, they don't even believe in God, but they have the faith that it could be done. And imagine you actually believe in God and you have faith. You should be out here killing it. You actually believe in God and have faith. Most people just have faith in themselves and they cut God off. When they don't do it like we do it, they don't believe in themselves and they know that the self that they believe in is God. They don't know that. They don't associate themselves as having God in them and believe in that part of them. They just look at it as they're the end all be all. They see themselves as the almighty creator and not a smaller form of him. That's how I see myself. I see myself as a smaller form of the creator being used by the creator. How can you be used by God and be God's child and not have faith that everything is going to work out for you? Like it has to be some type of math. Like they teach people religion, but they don't teach people common sense and they don't teach people how to use their mind. If you believe in God and God can do all these amazing things, what do you think you're put here to do? What like you're here to do amazing things also. You're here to not have fear. The spirit never dies. What is there to be afraid of? They can't kill your spirit, but God can. Your spirit's not going to die. What's there to be afraid of? You need to have faith that everything is going to be all right. Life is a test, and it's going to test your faith. It's going to test if you're going to believe in yourself, if you're going to know that you can do it, if you're going to see a way out, if you're going to believe that whatever you need to do, you can do it. People do all kinds of things. All right, they build cars, they build ships, they build planes, they build things to go to outer space. They break records. People do all kinds of things. Why? Because they believe in their ability to do it. And as people do more things that are difficult, as more things that are difficult get done, they become easier, because we're all connected to one mind. We're all connected to God's mind. That's why people that were doing things that seemed hard a couple decades ago, now they're doing them effortlessly. It might have been hard. You look at how many people were dunking in college basketball when Shaq played versus how many people are dunking now. You have people dunking that physically shouldn't even be able to dunk, like a Spud Webb. But guess what? He believed in himself and he could dunk. That man looked like he was jumping for 5 minutes, but he still dunked. Coolest thing in the world is seeing somebody that's mad short jump up in the air 50 feet and slam dunk it. I was like, yo, all you gotta do is have strong legs. God makes things possible. You just have to have the mind that believes in it, in the power of what you want being able to happen. There's all types of possibilities staring you in the face. You have to have the mind that believes in the power that it can happen. Anything you want to happen can happen. There's possibilities all around you. There's good things happening for people all around you. There's somebody that had something good happen for them today. They're right now jumping around, praising God, being thankful. That should be you, right? See yourself as that. And that's faith. All right, faith is being able to see things that aren't there as though they were. That's faith. Faith is being able to see things that aren't real that you can make real. That's faith. That is faith. Having an idea, believing in it, putting it out into the world, making it happen, having other people see it, having other people take interest in it, invest in it. It was an idea in your mind. Somebody right now had an idea in their mind that they presented it to some people, that now other people are using it, other people are enjoying it. All it was an idea. They wrote it down, they invested in it, they took the proper steps to create it. And that's what you have to do. You take an idea, you create it, you make it happen, you put it out so other people can see it, see if they like it, see if they take an interest in it. You know how many people had an idea and they thought that it could happen, and now that person's life has changed forever, all because they believed in it. Someone may have told them otherwise. Someone may have told them it wasn't going to work. Someone may have said it could never work, it could never happen, but their faith allowed them to override that. Their faith allowed them to say, you know what, that's just their opinion. I'm going to go through with this. I'm putting this out whether people like it or not. I'm putting this out whether anybody thinks it's good or not. I'm putting it out. And if you have the faith that something will work out, it will work out. If you have the faith that you can create something and you can have the reality that you want, things will work out for you. And that's all you need to do, is have faith that things will work out, and they will. If you talk to people who are successful, if you look at people's lives who have done the impossible, all right, there was somebody that broke a record that probably wasn't broken for at least maybe 20, 30 years. So there's always something that people do that is impossible to do. And when somebody does it, everybody's jaw drops and hits the floor. But the person who did it realizes that all it took was them to believe in themselves, and that's it. If you can just have that faith in yourself, you can make amazing things happen. You can make incredible things happen, and you could do the impossible. And that's where people become great. Some people do what's already done. Some people choose to do the impossible. And why do they choose to do it? Because they know that it could happen. They know that it may seem impossible to others, but they're going to take on the challenge because they believe in themselves and they have faith, and they take that challenge on. They take a few shots at it. It may not work at first. They don't give up. They keep doing it. And then sooner or later, they get it and they make it happen. And that's what you need to do. Your faith will protect you from anything that could go wrong. All right, that's with anything in life. If you have faith that you're going to be protected and that things will work out, you'll be surprised at what you can accomplish and what you can achieve. It's been another DruTube special. Shout out to the chosen vessels. I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you for watching. Peace, love, and light. We out.